Welcome to the TATracker platform. Today we're talking about how this is really built for full desk recruiters who are managing both recruiting and business development in one platform. Take a look over here at the navigation panel. You'll see searches and sales pipelines. Usually when a recruiter is in recruiting mode, they're in a search. If they're in business development mode, they're in a sales pipeline. Let's get started with the search first, and then we'll wrap up on the BD side. When you're in a search project, you see two views. First, the list view. This is really helpful to be able to sort the data. You can see LinkedIn profiles from here, resumes from here really easily. You can change the rank of the candidates from here as well. When we select switch view, there's a much more visual component here where you're able to see how many candidates are in each stage of the recruiting process, simply dragging a candidate from left to right to advance them forward. This list of statuses here at the top is totally configurable to your process, so you can create a unique set of statuses in your settings. Getting candidates into the platform is very easy to do from LinkedIn. The LinkedIn extension that we have will tell you whether that person exists currently in your database. You can add a note from here. You can also add this person to a search or sales pipeline from here as well. I always encourage my customers to bring in not only candidates to the database, but also business development prospects, hiring managers, and other key contacts that they manage from the BD side as well. Let's talk a little bit more about that business development component, starting with sales pipelines. One of the reasons why a lot of recruiting firms will be using spreadsheets or another CRM aside from their ATS to support business development is because the little nuances of how recruiting firms do BD typically expand beyond some of the limitations that these ATSs provide with regards to their BD modules. The way we solve for this first is by offering the ability to create many sales pipelines within the platform. The reason this is important is because many recruiting firms will have different revenue streams. For example, a recruiting firm might be doing RPO work. They might also be presenting candidates and marketing them as part of business development, like a most placeable candidate process. They might also be doing a retained search process as well. There's a variety of ways in which a recruiting firm might be doing business development. It's really helpful to segment those business development processes in different sales pipelines and to also assign them unique statuses or workflows per pipeline type. Our platform enables that type of customization in the system so that you feel comfortable running your entire business development process through here. Let's hop into a specific sales pipeline. Just like a search, you have the two key views of the Kanban view when you can move your sales opportunities from left to right. You also have the list view available as well. So it's a very consistent process between both the searches and the sales pipelines in that regard. You'll note that the list of statuses for business development should differ relative to your search projects. These should be much more business development oriented. And if we look at the different types of business development pipelines here, we likely have a unique set of statuses for each of them. The way we move a sales opportunity through in a client expansion pipeline should usually have a unique set of statuses relative to perhaps an MPC pipeline, an RPO pipeline, or a retained search pipeline as an example. Sales pipelines overall is really a great way to track your middle and bottom funnel sales. What I mean by that is in these sales pipelines are actual opportunities that you are working on winning. You've been in touch with these people. They're aware of your firm. You're working towards closing them. The other features in the platform that can help with your top of funnel business development include tasks, workflows, and tracks. These will help generate leads and nurture the right people long term. For example, tracks is really a unique way to create dynamic lists of people that you want to keep top of mind. I'll give you a few examples in here. Hired candidates in a search. Anytime your firm places a candidate and marks them as hired, they will automatically be added to this list. This is really helpful from a business development component because long term, these can be references. These could also be business development prospects that were once candidates and are now in decision maker roles. The idea here is that you create the list once based on some sort of condition, in this case, a candidate that has a hired status in a search, so that as your team is doing work and marking candidates as hired, they just show up in the list automatically. This is taking advantage of that flywheel effect. Think about building something to help on the candidate sourcing side, perhaps like a silver medalist list or some other passive candidates that you may want to nurture long term in some sort of a dynamic bucket that you can always look to reach out to as well. Once you have that list built, you can always enroll these people into some sort of a workflow to perform some automated outreach. You might also use a bulk email to announce a recent placement you just made. You might also add them into a new search as well. The trick is really identifying what are those high leverage populations of people that you always want to keep in mind and touch periodically. Happy to go deeper in a business development session to talk more about workflows and tasks and other features in here that can help. Just to highlight a few other things in the platform that are really key here is email integration, calendar integration, our mobile app, and also the ability to enrich profiles in here to bring in new LinkedIn data as well as contact information as well. For more information, please reach out. Always happy to talk about ways to enhance business development for recruiting firms. Thank you so much for tuning in and have an excellent day.